Ciao ragazzi, bentornati. I'm very glad that you came by again. If this is your first time appearing, thank you. I appreciate it. If this is your second, third, who knows how many times that you've come by, thank you once again. I wrote a lot of stuff for you that I'm going to teach to you. Just some autumn words that you have to know, autumn words that you must know. This way, say that you're walking by in un bosco or the woods, you could basically point out to your friend or to your family member or I don't know, a colleague, coworker, hey, this is the woods, un bosco. Or if you wanted to say un albero, oh look, there's a tree. So there's a lot of words that I'm going to provide to you. This way, when you're in Italy, if you decide to take a trip to Italy, and by the way, in October, the prices are really dipped. They're at a nice rate. It's not too crazy. It's not like in the summertime. And if you don't really like the cold, it does get cold. It becomes very piovoso, which basically just means rainy. And it can be ventoso, which also means windy. So you have to kind of pick your battles, decide when you want to go. But if you want to go to a nice place like Capri, which is an island, you can go somewhere nice and very warm and not have to worry about the cold temperatures and the cold weather that they might have. So I wrote down some of the most important stuff that autumn means to me and also how I can relate to you so that you can learn these words as well. And one of my favorite things that I've grown up on was Minestra di Ceci, which is just chickpea soup. It is so fabulous. Chickpeas with pasta and Minestra di Ceci, one of the most delicious things you'll ever eat. I remember growing up when I was in Italy, you had Tartufo, and Tartufo are very, very expensive mushrooms. And these mushrooms are not just found anywhere, like if you walk around, they're actually found underground. So you have hunting dogs, well, I wouldn't call them hunting, but you have dogs that go underground and they literally scavenge. They go in the burrows and they reach for the Tartufo. Now you can have Tartufo nero and you can have Tartufo bianco. Bianco is more expensive just because they're a little bit more rare. But the Nero, and they both equally, to me, just taste fabulous. But the white does taste a little bit better, I'm not going to lie. So you can walk in that Bosco, as I was saying, and there's where you can, if you're lucky, you can encounter some noci, which are nuts. You can encounter the Funghi, which we spoke about, right? The mushrooms. But most of all, you'll see the Foglie. Folia are just leaves. If you wanted to, specifically reference one leaf, you would say Folia. So the A goes to E. Folia, Foglie. That's where you can talk about multiple leaves. But obviously the season that I'm talking about is fall, and that is Autunno, or autumn. And it has two N's, so Autunno. Make sure that you pronounce it as such. And when you do see the foliage, you could talk about falling leaves or foglie che cadono. And cadono comes from the verb cadere, which means to fall. And we already discussed foglie. And che just means that or what. So you're basically saying leaves that fall or leaves which fall. And then if you want to talk about specifically the foliage, right? The leaves that are turning colors, the beautiful fall foliage. That's just something, photography is just something that, I don't know, I love photography. Photography is great. I have a couple of great friends that really love to take pictures and, use their video cameras and get fall foliage, especially like as they're driving around or if they just want to go hiking or something of that nature. Excuse me. But that is called Caduta delle foglie. So basically, it's almost the same thing. Remember the word cadere. Cadere is a verb and it means to fall. But caduta is basically the falling of, but it literally translates to the turning of. So the turning of leaves. Or you could say fogliame. It's literally the same, foliage or la caduta. Another thing, so when the season starts to turn, right, and it starts to get a little bit colder, a little cooler, right, so it becomes fresco. And when it becomes fresco, there are several items that you might need, perhaps a jacket or giacca, or you can put on maglione, which is a sweater, or if it's not too bad, you could just put on a like a sweatshirt. I'm sorry. Yes, like a sweatshirt or like a long sleeve shirt. And that would be una camicia con maniche lunghe. So basically you're just describing the long sleeves, and the sleeves are maniche lunghe because you're making that associated with the sleeves. So you're just saying camicia, which is a shirt, long sleeve shirt, camicia con maniche lunghe. Other than that, wow, we've pretty much gotten down pretty far. But I want to talk to you about almost every Italian village in Italy. They have what's called una castagnata, and that's basically a chestnut festivity, or like a festival almost. And that's where basically every small Italian village roasts chestnuts. There's a lot of things to do. You have giochi per i bambini, which are just games for kids, games for for the young ones to enjoy, and you have like hot chocolate. So I love hot chocolate, and it's not just a thing that you can find here in the United States. You can go to Italy, and you can also drink apple cider. It's not as common. It's very rare there, but you can find some apple cider. But the hot chocolate is just cioccolata calda. Cioccolata calda. Very simple. And if you wanted to just buy regular chocolate, it would be cioccolato. Now, for days that it becomes rainy, it's what's called piovoso. So when it becomes rainy, you can wear un impermeabile, which is a raincoat. You put that on, like not a poncho, but it's a raincoat, and that'll keep you to stay dry. And because of autumn, I really love all the pumpkins, and those are zucche. Pumpkins are zucche. And if you're like me and you love pumpkin pie, you can have una torta di zucca, or you can have a pumpkin pie. Now, when you go to the Castagnata, you will see several chestnuts, and those are called castagne. And the castagne are roasted at una calda rosta, which is just roasting chestnuts, or at a place that you roast chestnuts. And along at those castagnatas, you can find a lot of things to do. So it's not just, games for kids and stuff like that. There are lots of things where you see adults, teens, people just having a good time with dances and with live music. And it's just a way to pretty much say, let's stay warm outside together. Let's kind of just assimilate together. And we know that it's going to be a tough and rough winter. So let's just make the best of it in a sense, and just kind of roast the chestnuts together and enjoy our time out here. Because in the wintertime, Italy does get very cold. And contingent on where you are, like if you're in the north, by the border of Switzerland, and up far, like Friuli, Venezia, Giulia, like it gets cold. So, stay warm. Make sure that you wear your Giacca. Make sure that you wear your Maglione, and just bundle up, because Italy can get cold. And if you like to ski, Italy is the place to ski. The mountains there are just so grandiose and so picturesque that you'll love it. But yeah, those are some of the most important autumn words that you should know. And if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, just drop a comment in the video description. Make sure you drop a like. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It'll really help, and I really appreciate making these videos for you so that you can learn and so that you can take this knowledge to Italy if and should you decide to go. All the best. Ciao ragazzi. Arrivederci. A presto. I will see you soon. Thank you for dropping by. Ciao. Buone cose. Good things. Bye.